Many of us come from humble beginnings. We remember them struggle meals, them syrup sandwiches, them noodles mixed with whatever we could find, them nights when dinner was just hope in a glass of water. We remember counting change just to make it to the next day, finding receipts, calling Popeyes, trying to get a free meal, or McDonald's, trying to make $1 stretch out of 15 cents. We been there. Lights off, the fridge empty, pride bruised, but spirit unbroken. Been there. I know what that feel like. You see, we ain't ashamed of where we come from because the struggle built something in us. No school, no book, no degree could ever teach. It taught us resilience. It taught us faith. It taught us how to smile even when our hearts were heavy and our pockets was light. You know what I'm talking about? It taught us that peace don't come from having it all. It comes from being grateful for what little you got and still pushing through. Am I lying? We know what it feels like to go without. We know what it feels like to wake up tired from life itself, praying that the next day looks a little different. We know what it feels like to stand tall even when everything around us feels like it's falling apart. But one thing we never did was give up. We ain't sell our souls for fast money. That's a deal breaker for me. And we ain't trade our morals for temporary gain. We ain't let the streets define our worth or let struggle steal our light, because dignity, that's something we kept close. Our soul, that's something we refuse to bargain with. I'm not doing that. Even when the world overlooked us, we knew who we were. Don't you know who you are? We know that one day all them tears and all them long nights, all them maybe tomorrow dreams would mean something, and they will. So yeah, many of us come from humble beginnings, but that's exactly why we talk different, walk different, move different. We ain't scared of hard times because we done lived through the worst. We ain't afraid to start over because we done built from nothing before. And through it all, we stayed silent and we never folded, never fake, never lost ourselves. And that's the beauty of the ones who came from nothing. We learned to make everything count. We learned how to stretch what we had, flip it, and still make it look good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on. We learned that style ain't about brand names. It's about confidence. We learned that joy ain't about luxury. It's about laughter in the middle of chaos. We learned that strength don't come from comfort. It's born out of pressure, pain, and persistence. You see, when you've been through the bottom, you stop fearing the fall. You know how to rebuild. You know how to survive. You know how to find light in the cracks of your own brokenness. That's what humble beginnings do. They mold warriors out of ordinary people. They give you a hunger the privileged will never understand. We remember those times we had to choose between gas or groceries, lights or rent, a meal or a bus ride to work. We remember being tired, but still showing up. Hurting, but still smiling. Feet just hurting. Your back hurting. You feeling broken, but you're still believing. And that's the type of grit you can't teach. You earn it. Through every setback, every no, every disappointment that tried to break you, but instead built you stronger. What we talking about today? And look at us now. Look at us. We still standing. You can't break us. What? We warriors. You know who we are. We still pushing. We ain't stopping. We still climbing with scars that tell stories of survival and not shame. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop playing. We ain't bitter. We better. Because every struggle sharpened our vision. Every loss taught us value. And every moment of lack prepared us for overflow. So when they see us winning and will, I said and will, they don't know the story behind the smile. Yeah, you gonna see me smiling. You ain't gonna see me crying unless I feel like I need to, or if the spirit is moving on the inside of me, then I'm gonna cry or I'm angry. But you gonna see me smiling through it all. And they don't know the pain behind the peace. They don't know the prayers behind the blessings, but we do. We know what it cost to get here. We know what it took to stay sane when life was anything but kind. Many of us come from humble beginnings, but we're walking proof that humble don't mean hopeless. It means chosen. It means covered. It means destined. Because when God builds you from the ground up, can't nobody tear you down, baby. We came from the struggle, but we didn't stay there. We rose from it, stronger and wiser and unshakably proud of where we are today and where we started, because it made us who we are today. I'm telling you, don't give up. Stay humble. Don't let this world change you. Many of us came from those humble beginnings. And I'm telling you about them struggle meals, baby. Oh, baby. Them struggle meals wasn't nothing nice. But guess what? We didn't complain. We didn't complain. We went from struggle to strength. And them humble beginnings was real life motivation. With that being said, this is Miss T talking T. And I've been there. And I understand what the struggle feel like. But today we going from struggle to strength. We ain't gonna struggle no more. Ain't no more struggling. You gonna rise above all of this. And don't you give up. Don't you give up. So this is Miss T. This is the assignment. And the lesson for today is humble beginnings made you who you are. And if you understand what I'm saying, I need you to put in the comments, humble beginnings made me who I am today. Or you can just say, I understand those humble beginnings. A lot of people don't. A lot of people ain't never had to struggle. A lot of people ain't never had to eat a syrup sandwich. A lot of people ain't had to eat beanie weenies every damn day. Every day? Every day. Half of y'all don't even know what farina is. I asked somebody the other day, do you know what farina is? And they was like, what? What is that? Farina. I remember the farina days. Y'all might think it's called cream of wheat or whatever. But it is very fine, like grits. And I remember... See, I didn't want to be all alone with this video, but it is what it is. But I remember being a little girl. I mean, come on, y'all. Think about it. I'm 49. I was born in the 70s. So we was coming out of an era. You know what I'm saying? Or should I say, I was born in an era when things was starting to change. I think Jimmy Carter might have been the president, or Nixon or somebody when I was born. I don't know. But times were different. I remember, man, let me tell you how much I remember. I remember eating out of a wood bowl. We didn't have dishes. A wood bowl. I remember eating with a spoon that had a wood handle. What the hell? I remember going to the commodity place with my daddy or with my mama, actually with my daddy. And we would go and stand in the commodity line. My God. My God. And that's where we about to go back. My heart breaks for people right now. So many people gonna go through it, y'all. Old people. It's the old people I'm so concerned about. A lot of them really don't know what's going on. They trying to bring us back to living below your means. They want to put you in concentration camps. They want you to depend on them. They want to get rid of all of the food so Bill Gates could come in with his foods. They want to get rid of the regular foods. They want to shut all these grocery stores down. So JFK or whatever, his RFK, Kennedy, whatever, could come up with his nutritional meals. Don't y'all see all of this ain't nothing but a big old setup? This is a way for them to get rid of everything they... How can I say this? They want to control us. They want to control where we live, what we eat, what we drive. They want to control everything. And the system right now, in my head, I'm seeing destruction. I'm seeing... I see a lot of stuff that's about to happen. And I don't want to freak nobody out. But it's things I can't talk about. And I want to tell y'all so bad. I really do. But they trying to prepare you for concentration camps. But they don't want you homeless. So they're going to put you in a concentration camp. The concentration camps that I was talking about years ago to all my friends that thought I was crazy. They thought I was losing my mind. And I was telling them, I'm like, yo, something don't feel right. I've been saying this since 2005. Something don't feel right. And it don't. It don't. But them FEMA camps and these concentration camps was set up for these days. For days like this. The plot is to make you crash out so you could go in the streets and act a fool so they can start martial law. You give them that power. You give him the power. You give him the control. You give them power over us if you go outside and act a ass. You give them power to start martial law if you crash out over these food stamps. They trying to get us to react. You don't see that many homeless people on the streets because they put them in concentration camps and they got them working for free. They feed them what they want to feed them. It's like being in prison. You can't leave. You have to stay where they put you. See, we got to work, y'all. We got to figure this out. We have to figure it out. If you have to live with somebody, if you have to get a roommate, if you got to ask your family so y'all could all move together, get some land. They don't even want us to have our own land. They don't even want us to have our own community, but they building up their own white man's land, white only land, white only this, white only that, and don't want us to have nothing. There's this man right now. He's trying to start his own county for colored people, and they are trying to shut it down. They trying to shut it down. They gonna shut down everything we try to do. Us. And don't come on my page talking about, that's a lie, because it's the truth. Go do your research. For my whole life, since the day I came out my mama, I've been called a conspiracy theorist, and I just didn't understand why. I never understood why I was so just, oh my God, I just wanted to know everything that Notre Dame had to talk about when I was a little girl. Like, that's who I was inspired by. I was inspired by Einstein, and I wanted to know how you made a light bulb, or how did you do that? Like, in my mind, I always wanted to know how things worked, how things connected. Why people do that? Like, in my mind, I wanted to know how Notre Dame has predicted that this would happen and that would happen. And then, as a little girl, I would see things and I would feel things and I didn't understand. But then I would come and I would tell people things and it will happen. And I would tell these stories and they would happen. And then that's when I realized I had a strong calling on my life. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. I just wanted to say that, y'all, at this point, don't give them nothing. Don't give them what they want. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay humble. Stay humble. Stay prayed up. Try to find you some work. Try to create you some income. Don't let them do what they want to do to y'all. And us, me, you. They want to lock us up. They want to have a reason to lock us up. They want to have a reason to kill us. They want to have a reason to starve us. And I don't know why I feel like Bill Gates got a hand in all of this. I feel like all of them working together. With that being said, this is Miss T talking tea as usual, and this is the assignment. And the lesson for today is, don't give up. Don't be scared. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your children. Build together. Don't pull apart. Don't fight. Don't take from your brother. Don't take from your sister. Don't do it. They could call us what they want. They done called us parasites. They done called us everything but a child of God. But we know who we are. We know who the chosen ones are. We know who we are. With that being said, again, this is Miss T talking tea. And you have a blessed day. Bye.